Good morning. Today I'm going to show you how to return, break, and undo a brujeria that's been done to you. First, you're going to need unprocessed sea salt. You're going to need an altar with your saint. You're going to need charcoal tablets. You're going to need wooden matches, 3 to 9 cloves in order to seal the job, 3 pieces of incense, and it could be any incense as long as it's in rock form. And you're going to need a long white candle that's either made out of beeswax or it's a cure candle. The cure candle is going to be used on the opposite side and you're going to burn it through the opposite side. You can either cut this off and sit it down, or you can use one of these. But remember, you have to burn it through the opposite side, through the back end. This job is done exactly at 12 in the afternoon, and 5 minutes before 12 you're going to start turning on the charcoal so it's completely red by 12. At 12, you're going to pray the verse that I'm going to leave below, and you're going to add the 3 pieces of incense. After you finish reading the verse or saying the verse, you're going to grab a little bit of sea salt, just enough with your fingers, and put them in a little plate like this. And you're going to start adding the sea salt, and you're going to say a different prayer that I'm going to leave below. And you're going to keep adding the sea salt until you finish adding all the sea salt. While you're doing this, you're going to hear the salt pop and start jumping everywhere. The harder it pops, that means that you're undoing the brujeria already. However, if it does not want to pop and you can't hear it break with strength, that means that the brujeria they did on you is a little bit stronger. However, it can be undone still. After you finish adding all the salt in, you're going to add in the cloves, and you're going to add 3 to 9 cloves, and that depends how bad you want to return it to them. You want to return them 3 times as bad back to them, you're going to add 3 cloves, just to the top, on top of everything. Well, you're going to hear that the cloves pop really strongly, some of them, and some of them just go flying like all the way over there, and some of them turn completely black and they just look completely horrible. That means that that's going to be returned back to that person in a very horrible way. If it looks kind of twisted, it's going to be returned twisted. Something twisted is going to be returned back to them. If they don't fall off, that will not be returned to them. So how many fall down, that means that's how many times it's going to be returned back to them. Well, now let's focus on the smoke. So if the smoke comes out kind of longish and just like a really thin thread, that means that they used your hair in order to do this job. If the smoke does not want to come out at all, that means that they used a piece of your clothing in order to do this job. If this turns kind of into a liquidish form, that means that they used your sperm or some type of body fluid to do this job. If you see some type of figurine here that matches some kind of animal, for example, sometimes you could see a cat's face in there, that means that they used black cat hair in order to seal this job. If the smoke looks kind of brownish and whitish at the same time, that means the person who did this job is someone who's close to you and someone who you know that did this to you. If you can smell the smoke and it smells horrible, like a dead animal, that means that they used dirt from a graveyard in order to do this job to you. If the smoke smells kind of sweet, that means that they use black salt in order to do this job, in order to mislead you. And if you see anything else, please let me know and I'll be more than happy to answer you. And thank you and have a nice day.